And with TSS in main, they're waiting for somebody to strike. There's that moment. Little squeaky contest. Passion don't pop off the back of that. We go down to a minute here. Now remember, this is a pistol with no kit for Falcons. So a retake could be made more difficult. Secret player connects to TSS. Now he's feeling squeezed from both sides. And they're gonna try to flash him into the corner, but he maintains vision. Nico and TSS with clean headshots.
They drop with one,
Response back from Grim. Bomb tries to dive over. That's gonna get clipped on the cross. And it's gonna be Nyx to try to push his luck up into the two players here on ramp. If he can clear this, that'll open the door for Grim to grab the bomb, but Kicksan's trade is clean.
That's the wrong guy. He thought that was the guy that was low, maybe. Grim, good luck with this. 30 seconds. What can he do?
Single door catches him off guard, and that's gonna be majority alive Falcons.
They took down MongolZ at, but that's with Control-as and at Rivals, so not even their best form.
That is like the one moment that they can look to, though. I think on Nuke particularly, that was a 13-11 victory. Like you said, asterisk of a new piece on MongolZ, and a MongolZ that we've seen isn't quite the same. Ooh, good damage back from the pistols here. That's pressure downstairs.
Yeah, Kiyosuke will have to take speed here just to get downstairs, and there's players everywhere.
Sits outside of the control panel. Ooh, that's the bomb. And still no flood into the bomb site just yet. This is low health as well for Passion UA. Not comfortable in this moment. Still looking for a bomb plant, looking for some damage. Bomb just goes flying into the back of the site and gets away with it.
Yeah, no nade to land back there either, so they're going to sit and wait for their chance to fight back.
Kyosuke finishes off JT. He's taking damage in the process, but it's still, when you look at the bottom of the screen, a very comfortable spot for Falcons without a kit even. That's fine. Plenty of time to get this going. MongolZ gonna finish off what was started. 42 health for him to work in a 1v3 with a scout. And they're already starting to sprint down into the site. Beautiful second kill. MongolZ trying to track up close, just can't. Just quickly.
But we know the only problem with Falcons is pressure.
Yeah, that's what it is.
And I have a hard time believing they're feeling that pressure in this matchup right now.
Yeah. They would versus Bait in an opener. You know, it's the same place they were in Austin. It was the same map. They still died to Alex. You know, and Bait can look at that past experience in Austin and think, yeah, we can do this again. Passion don't have that kind of mental block to lean back on. So pressure onto the upper floor in an attempt to take it over. And there's nothing here. Nothing whatsoever for Passion UA. MongolZ sent back to the drawing board solo. This round damn near done at a minute 35. So about 20 seconds of gun round action for Passion to offer us anything. And by anything, they get some damage on Nico and MongolZ.
Yeah, they got the X's scattered across the map. There's basically no way in. Everything shut down. 5 alive. It's exactly as you'd expect for a start for Falcons.
You know, it feels like every major bracket's always got 1 or 2 at max slots for unexpected teams. You know, we're no longer in Paris. We haven't had huge anomalies since. You know, Shanghai had Liquid, that was a good boon for them. Austin had Pain, who are again trying to swing it a second time. Copenhagen had Na'Vi.
Yep.
Yeah, it was actually Aurora, but Na'Vi going on to win.
No, they were the most unlikely team actually in playoffs.
Oh, really?
Yeah. The odds said.
Oh, never believe the odds then. We could take that from the Copenhagen run of Na'Vi and hopefully apply it here to Passion UA. Right now, odds looking more and more skewed to the Falcons' favor every round of play. Down with guns to the 4 versus 5 yet again. We go 3 players strong for Falcons on the ramp. You know, at a certain point, I think Falcons are going to be so comfortable and so confident that they're going to start running risks. And so far, we haven't seen a reason to believe that Passion will survive those aggressive Falcons moves either.
Falcons kind of just acting out of boredom here. They had 5v4 already. They had a good map already. They went for the double ramp push, and they had a player behind them. They catch Nyx and instantly smoke Squeaky, and there's no outside control besides JT. So
out of boredom is such a rough way to phrase that, but it's so true. They just can go for it.
Okay, we'll make a move if you aren't.
Why not? And so, as this commitment comes into the A bomb site, Kicksan tucked in behind the fence, got players to distract Passion. Yet again, 1 frag is all Passion are going to find themselves. MongolZ popped right thereafter. Zonic likes what he's seeing. Not wanting to be down in this 0-1 pool, but the best way out of it is with this convincing of a victory.
Yeah. Well, maybe the T's are hoping that this didn't happen. They could come to this upstairs hit for sure. So this is the natural move for the CTs, but it doesn't mean that they have a better spot. Up here in heaven are all the Ts.
Ooh, pressure on Tesses and Kixan. Fine. Not an issue. Nyx collects a kill, and already we've got CTs scrambling up the vent. The op comes back from HUD. Nico's going to run through into main. That'll open a door for Kvem, but on 12 health and a 1v4, he doesn't believe in the ability, especially with bomb drop back sight. So this is the 8-0 Falcons run.
This one's kind of a shame because they get Evan control, they get the outside lurks, they get across the secret, and then they actually have Falcons thinking slower hit. You had 2 rotate down stairs from the Falcons, and yet that'd be nice for one player.
Smokes outer again to try to keep Falcons guessing. Oh, just missed his timing on it, but opens a door for Kvem to peek through.
An opening. Oh, he took that shot too early. Be careful now.
Yeah, just barely did damage to MongolZ with that off shot. Leaves him on 76. Fine with that. Hulzer trying to get a second chance at it, but maybe MongolZ won't walk back into this scope. Comes Kixan from the corner of main. Drop, 5v3, best case for Passion, finally. And then the bomb gets thrown down to the dirt. You get MongolZ clipped up towards heaven.
There we go.
10 rounds into this T side. A difficult endeavor every single round, and Passion UA will finally find their first.
They just did this group. They traded out every single thing. They got the opening kill, Kvem. And just like that, they get the bomb down. No chance for Kioske to come in for this retake, and they're on the board. It's been a rough half overall. This is a great round.
Surely you let him go for this. Show us what you're made of.
I mean, with the amount of money.
You got nothing to lose.
Let's see if you can read all the angles in this pre-fire map right now.
Ladies and gentlemen, Keisuke. Ready with the flash into the corner. Can't manage. Already held back, and so there we go. Passion, hard fought. Curious to see if Falcons just turtle up for a second. Ensure they secure double digits. Keisuke towards ramp. First kill's easy. Grim ahead of the pack, and no trade from that opper. MongolZ wins the head-to-head between the ops and makes sure that Nyx goes down with 1. JT eats the nade. His job made all the more difficult. Missed opportunity for MongolZ to just simply end this. And the 1v4, a clutch attempt begins.
Well, have at it then, JT. There's enough time to get to any site that you want to. You're sitting in ramp, can't plant there, but it will make it hard for the CTs to pick and stall. I feel like Tess has picked the best spot to hold this, right? Little off angle.
Right above, unprepared, and dealt with. So, yeah, they do kind of play this one, I think, a little more reserved. Nobody spamming smokes at the start of the round.
And here, just be very careful with your presence. Really rooting for Passion to try to find some leverage. Otherwise, this game is going to be a wash, and JT will put one between the eyes of MongolZ. That's clean. Big garage taken, another opening kill. Spam goes back, JT winning again. And that's Nico putting on a clipped answer, but Nyx, he drops one back. A footstep behind Nico, he's gonna push outside. He'll avoid Kvem, but Kvem will make sure to keep his wits about him. That one's caught, and now it's just Tesses and a chance Passion could actually pick up their second round, like that. It'll have to be the clutch, but it won't be. That'll be a last round for Passion at the end of the half. It's still very one-sided, but maybe a little hope alive for the underdogs. But without this next pistol, it's just crumbs.
And crumbs aren't going to keep you from starving down to the 0-2 pool. Dual Berettas from Grim. No kill yet. Tries to double back over towards the squeaky hold, and he's going to go down with nothing. Despite his best efforts, it is man advantage Falcons with an A bomb site under wraps. Flank, sure, in position, but by already stomping, they know JT's in here. They won't know about the second, and that's what's going to catch them off guard. Nick's in with an execution. A Nico 1v2, 37 health from the back of this bomb site. Here's Nick sprinting in, goes back and can't manage.
Nice.
Passion UA not only ending that first half with 2 rounds at the tail end, but a pistol here will be a lifeline.
Some spots that you can do that are normally safe. Some jump spots over half wall on Inferno, or B spots on Mirage, where you could be chilling. Ooh, Nico comes out with these peaks. And he just said, versus some players, you can't do those spots anymore because they'll still kill you.
Yep.
Downstairs in secret, that's what I was thinking watching Kioske come into that angle. You got to be even more sharp than normal. Like, there's pros, and then there's a different level of aim that you're going to be exposed to, especially with the Falcons players on the other side.
Professionals, and then there's demons.
Yeah.
And Falcons, they've got a few of those.
Hired a few demons. Oh, this is a good way to hold for this. Got to be careful.
Shadow advantage is so easy, man. You can't be walking into that, but the numbers will catch them off guard because it's not just Nyx. That AUG on the corner as well takes this to the edge. Passion thought they were punishing one player looking to go clear, maybe because it was so obvious.
A eagle in heaven.
Jiggling on the ladder.
Okay.
Of course, that's a headshot of all things. And then Nyx trying to find his moment to slide up the same position. But now that you've let Kixan get a vision on you, I mean, he can do it twice. He'll go for the main frag. Hulzer's AUG cleans house. And that's going to be pistol plus conversion. It's nice to see that we got beyond that whole, 1.2 average kill situation Passion were sitting on for a while. This is still a very bleak situation.
Be careful, man.
Woo. Sign up for that fight a little too long. I wonder if he was scoped this time.
Yeah, I know. I can't help but feel like he fought for so long, where it was just uncomfortable more for him.
I feel like sometimes that's like the false confidence you get with the AUG scope. You're like, oh, at this range, I've got it. But it's Nico with an AK.
You're so exposed as well. It's your whole body versus just him in his head. And obviously, an AUG's a nice equalizer, where an AK has to shoot more just to make up for the inaccuracy, but it's also Nico.
And if you're peeking over the top of the blue box, then it's a little bit more like head angle to head angle. But when you take that credit card peek, it's full body.
Swipe that credit card, man. You don't want to be in debt.
Cha-ching. Cash money situation for Falcons. 5v4 into the ramp push. They'll go them. It's a one and done. MongolZ hot to the trade. Nico calls out that lobby flank, so the player in the back turns around and his MAC-10 collects the kill. But that push wasn't solo. Nico's got the back turned of Nyx, and so this reopens the A-bomb site. Everybody gonna start crawling back. JT does get found out, and that'll push them back down towards B. Falcons, it's a back and forth scenario that's gonna give them an 11-4 lead, barring a huge JT clutch attempt.
That's a beautiful transition. Maybe.
Kixan took a bunch of damage from the flank. MongolZ on the entry also took some. So JT, every once in a while, pulls out one of these miraculous moments. When push comes to shove for Passion UA, you can bank on this IGL. And right now, trying to find a way to unravel this 3-player host plant. It's going to be a tough go of it. I think he realizes that. There's still some gas in the tank for Passion to make a proper game of this CT side, so you've got to concede the 11th. He never sees the opening. Does he get away with the close? Not even.
Kioske is just like strafing back and forth, knows exactly where he's going to be playing from, even till the very last second, and that gun's actually just sacrificed. It would have been good to take into the next round. And with no saves, this is what we've got. 3 deagles, a scout, and an MP9.
Yeah, you forgot to list that part, Launders. You forgot to account for that.
Wait, he did that from Squeaky. Oh my goodness.
Beautiful game here from Nico. 23 kills, 8 deaths. One of the talking points back on the desk was like, sometimes we get a slower major out of the likes of Nico. And that's a bit of a burden that he's going to try to rewrite this event.
Yeah, this is a game where you can get your confidence back. And where you
everybody wants to see Nico win a major.
Yeah.
Nobody more so than himself. But I think if you were to ask him, the last thing he wants is to get carried to victory at a major.
Sure.
And so, great showing here in this best of one. Taking the opportunity to gain confidence, to bully his opposition. Keep that Kovac name up in the lights. I mean, he probably saw Hunter's performance earlier today and says, I can do one better.
No real ideas here on the CT side. They're just sitting, hoping for a mistake out of Falcons.
MongolZ point blank dies to the
Nice.
MP9. That's a good upgrade for Grim. Quick move back. You'll find headshots.
Oh.
Grim taking that AK off his first victim and working it. Scout from up above. Here comes Nico. 2 kills into the round. He's got utility to keep the others at bay. And that looming threat of the Scout, as we hit 10 seconds, he still doesn't have bomb possession. He's gonna have to double back for it. This is a dire position for him, and he'll go down to Kvem's Desert Eagle. Big push from Grim into the hut. Again, the only team that beats them here is indeed FURIA for the entirety of the second half of this year. It's a confident place for the Falcons to be. Halzerk, first victim. Try to take that look outside. You know, you don't want to forego all of the map control. You can't just let Falcons walk over top of you to run away with this, and instead you give them that all-important 5 versus 4 in a round where it's only the 3 AKs.
It's crazy how you just don't get a bullet to miss. Like, Halzerk even throws that HE to soften him up so he can get the spray damage or the headshot, and it's a first bullet kill for Kioski. I think he knows it's going to be as well. No moments of reprieve, and a player to catch these lurks. Nico, will he watch this properly?
Ooh.
Oh, Grim tries to pre-fire, and Nico's not even fully watching.
Caught off guard, man. Nix, he starts
Nix
to
has
run.
no idea.
Nah, he takes that departure towards the vent. He stomps it, and that's going to feed Kvem
Wait, what?
to the A bomb site. But Kvem doesn't
Kvem's
actually
looking for a lurk outside.
take a look over top.
This.
There it is. MongolZ into the back of the bomb site.
Oh, that's a wrap.
And that's MongolZ with the bomb as well, surrounded by his teammates. Total lobby control here for Falcons as well. So it looks like Nico's star-studded performance is not gonna be wasted. Kixan playing with his food here, draws one of the 2 remaining Passion players towards him. He's just gotta let him sit back there. Nick's running around downstairs, has got nothing to do about it, and it'll be TeSeS to close. A demanding 10-2 start on this CT side. There were barely any bomb plants for the Passion UA side.